Hi, I'm Anthony J. Krupp, the director for the project Dead Air that we are shooting today in the lighting studio at Cal State Long Beach. It's been a pretty hectic, long process. I mean, we started back in February where me and my writer got together and we were just like, all right, let's throw around a few ideas. And the one that kept coming up with was this idea that always interested me. You know, the Cold War is such an interesting time period. I mean, threat of nuclear war is a really scary thing. I mean, our modern age, but you know, a lot of the older people I talk to say back then was you think now is bad. Back then was much worse. You know, just threat was really there. Like, you know, one false move and it could lead to nuclear war. So what we decided to do with Dead Air is tell the story of an American agent who's coming to Russia to visit a past lover. The two characters used to be lovers. A lot of issues happened, and she ended up having to leave the country of America and return to Russia. Well, we're now 7 years later. The year is 1973, and he's coming to visit her for some unknown reason. We don't know why, and you'll have to watch the film to discover that. So finding the set was really challenging. We looked around locations and just, there was some stuff that worked, but it didn't quite fit what we wanted. So we kept looking around and just, when it came down to it in the end, we decided the best thing to do was let's just build the set. So 2 days ago, Friday, 12 of us showed up, 10 a.m. and from 10 to 5 we built a set. So hopefully you enjoy it. You know, we dressed it really well, and hopefully we can make you believe we're in 1970s Russia.
Producer slash AD of Dead Air. And this project is super exciting because it's very different than any other project that I've worked on. It's set in 1970s Russia, which I've never worked with in that time period nor country. So it was really exciting going into this and reading the script. I had my own perspective on it, and now seeing the set come alive. We built it a couple days ago, and it's so great. And it's really exciting. This whole process has been a very hard one. There are a lot of things that have gone very wrong within the production of this, but we've been able to conquer and come to the shoot in peace, so that's good. And I don't know, I'm just really excited, and I know it's definitely going to work out. We have a very tight schedule, but we're going to get this done, and it's going to be great. And we're shooting on film, so that's going to be 10 times more epic. So yeah, hope you guys like it.
This is my first time working with Ryan Nadeau as the director of photography on the project, and I have to say I've been really impressed with him the entire span of the project. You know, I've worked with a bunch of DPs in the past, and some of them are kind of, they just like to sit around and work with the camera, and it's, the DP really, you gotta work with that camera, you gotta understand lighting, you gotta know what your idea, what you want to do, and then we gotta work well together to get a greater vision than just one person alone. So Ryan really brought a lot of neat things to the project. Photography-wise, some really cool shots and lighting ideas he had in mind, and just, we really work well together, so hopefully you start to see more projects from us.
Set was our biggest issue that I think we took into factor, but didn't take an effect at the same time. It was really small, so the angles were just bad, and the height difference between the male actor and the female actor. The male actor was like 6 foot something tall, and the top of the flats were 10 maybe. So whenever we were trying to get an upper angle at him, you would see the end of the flat. And then so when we try to raise the camera to get him in position, you would cut the neck off of the girl whenever she's standing. So we either had to apple box it or have him crouch, and it wasn't as smooth as I guess we all wanted it to be. There were some errors that we just didn't see that we didn't add in pre-production. I think we did something a little different with lighting. Instead of going natural, we threw in a lot of shadows, and we tried to hide the eyes a little bit. And we focused just on doing something a little different than normal. And it was fun, something different. We were learning, so it's fun.
This short film is about Lilia, who used to be a CIA agent in America, and it's during McCarthyism, so she gets blacklisted, and they think she's a spy, so she goes back to Russia. And there's a lot of things that happen. Her husband leaves her. Now she's in Russia by herself, sad, and the world is about to end. So.
My character is basically reuniting with a long lost flame. We've had like 6 years apart, and tonight is the last night on Earth for us and everybody else. So I know about it, but my lady friend does not, and I want to make tonight as special as possible for her without basically, letting her know what's coming. So it's hard for me to make sure everything's great for her, but at the same time hide as much of what's going to happen as possible. So that's my struggle as Derek.